Hi everybody, Penny here. Welcome to my kitchen. I have my trusty right hand here with Caitlin, and we are going to make, I can't figure out a name for them just yet, but they're basically my banana bread recipe turned into muffins, which I often do just by adding chocolate chips. But today we're also going to add some walnuts and some coconut, and they are delicious. They would be wonderful for breakfast. They would obviously for a snack. Great on a picnic. They freeze really well. The chocolate chips make them kid friendly, even though they're quite healthy. And if you want to leave out the chocolate chips, you can easily put in raisins, or one of my new favorites is currants. They're smaller, of course, than raisins and a little less sweet. So I really like those. And I've been using those in my tea buns recently instead of raisins, and it's really, really nice. So I'll just go over the recipe. So while I'm going over the recipe, Caitlin is going to take all the skins off the 3 bananas, overripe bananas, and I am going to take this out of here. So in our dry bowl, I have 1 cup of white flour and half a cup of whole wheat flour, which of course bumps up the fiber. To that, I'm going to add half a cup of finely, I just realized I don't have a spoon. Barry, can you get me a spoon or a spatula? There we go. Half a cup of finely grated walnuts. Now you can use whatever nut you like. Could be pecans, could be cashews, could be peanuts, could be whatever you like. I don't particularly like big pieces of walnuts in my muffins or banana breads. So I finely chop them in a food processor. So now that the walnuts are out, Caitlin's gonna put the bananas in here. There we go. And to our dry mixture, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of ground flaxseed. There we are. And we've talked about that before. Flaxseed has got healthy omega-3 oils. It bumps up the fiber, bumps up the protein, and you don't even taste it. So whenever you're making muffins or zucchini bread or whatever, throw in some ground flaxseed. Really, really healthy. So we got our dry ingredients, and we're also going to now put in 2 teaspoons of baking powder. There we go. And a half a teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda. And a half a teaspoon of salt. There we go. So I'm just gonna stir that up a little bit, get that all combined. There we are. And now that we have that all combined, I am now going to put our wet ingredients together. So in here, you can use a half a cup of sugar, no problem. But I have 1/4 cup of sugar and 1/4 cup of stevia. So with stevia, if you don't also use a little bit of sugar, it does tend to be a little dry. Splenda, not so much. But a half a cup of sweetener, whether it's sugar, stevia, Splenda, whatever you like. Could even be honey, but if it was honey, I'd put it back to like a 1/4 cup because honey has much more flavor than regular sugar. So now we're just gonna beat this up. And while I do this, Caitlin is gonna crack 2 eggs in a bowl and beat that with 1 teaspoon of vanilla. There she goes. You want to come over here with that so they can see you? Come over here for a second so they can see you at work. There we are. Oh, will you wait? Yeah, I'll wait. You're too fast for me. There we go. So she's going to beat that up with a fork. There we are. Yay. She's going to beat that up with a fork. I have a half a cup of butter that I softened in the microwave because I took it right out of the fridge. And just creaming that up with the sugar and a little bit of Splenda, or stevia, sorry. There we go. Okay, you want to put the eggs in here? There you go. Perfect. And I'm just going to stir that up. Get that all combined. Now, Caitlin, while I'm doing this part, can you put all the cups in the muffin pan? There we go. The oven is preheated to 325. And these are going to bake in the oven for between 20 to 25 minutes. There we are. Now we're going to whiz up our bananas. Now you could easily just mash up the bananas with a fork or a potato masher, but this makes them really, really smooth, like baby food. And you don't get chunks of bananas in your muffins, but you do get, of course, the flavor of the banana. So this is a little loud, bear with me. Ta-da! There we are. Take that out. And we'll put this in here. There we go. So good, so good, so good, so good, so good. Okay. Don't take that yet. So I'm just going to mix the bananas in here. There we go. And just lay that there for a minute. Now we are going to dump in our dry ingredients. And we're going to, I'm so sorry. We're going to mix that in. Make sure that you get around the sides and underneath to get it all mixed in. So it's about halfway there now. So now I'm going to put in the half a cup of coconut and the half a cup of chocolate chips. And once we get this mixed, Caitlin's going to put it in the muffin pans. And that's it. It's super, 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 super easy. It's got lots of fiber. You've got the natural sugar from the bananas and then a little bit of other sugar. Of course, you've got a little hit from the chocolate chips. Lots of fiber between the whole wheat flour and the flaxseed and the chopped walnuts and the coconut. So it's a treat, but a healthy treat, or a healthier treat anyway. So Caitlin's going to put these into the muffin pan. So it gives you 12 medium muffins. We're going to bake them in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then we'll be back. Hi everybody, back again. So the muffins just came out of the oven, and aren't they gorgeous? They're just too hot to eat just yet, especially with the chocolate chips because they burn your little tongue. However, they're awesome. And Barry decided we're going to call them anytime muffins because they're good for breakfast, lunch, after supper tea, afternoon tea, snack. They're just healthy enough to be good for you and have got just enough chocolate chips in there to still be a treat. So I hope you give it a go. Enjoy!